Hello all, welcome back to Rogue Trader. I'm of course game operator and narrator Soul. We have completed our level ups. For Soul, I've given him Master Tactician, so we get Press the Advantage. Powers the next attack to deal +4 additional damage for every stack of a tactical advantage the Master Tactician has. And loses their stacks of tactical advantage, half of their stacks, sorry, rounded up. And tactical advantage gains +1 stack of tactical advantage for every 5 momentum gained by the Master Tactician or their allies. We also begin combat with a number of tactical advantages equal to their fellowship bonus, so this should be quite beneficial to us. We also have a last volley, which should be pretty good. It does set out a zone 3x3 on the battlefield. And the red one obviously is the bad one. The last volley does allow everyone who has line of sight to any enemies in that zone to make an immediate single attack against a random enemy. But using the last volley does have a -20 penalty to ballistic and weapon skill. And fellowship is reduced by -40, so not good. Orchestrated Firestorm does the exact same thing with none of the negatives. Cassia! I gave her Grand Strategist, so we get combat tactics. I'm just going to let everybody pause here and read these as we go, because this is going to be a lot of talking. And for Tom Sear, we gave Executioner. I don't think I actually stood on Cassia's for Grand... Oh, no, I did. Never mind. I'm just not paying attention. Again, Hell's Cat has Grand Strategist. Adira, I gave Bounty Hunter. Mainly because Bounty Hunter was actually kind of different from all the other options for everybody else in the party. So I figured it'd be kind of good. Seems like it might be a little bit out of her class, but then again, we might wind up respecking her anyways, especially with Heinrich's leaving. For Cabela, we gave Assassin, which kind of fits. The second weapon aspect might wind up leading to Cabela doing dual wielding. Heinrichs, if he wants to stick around, we gave him Vanguard. Gave Pascal Grand Strategist. Sister Argenta, we gave Arch Militant. Which I think would actually be alright because she does rotate between single and burst fire. And it should add stacks of versatility to her. As for Abelard, he's got Arch Militant as well, but again, he's stacked with single shot and melee, doesn't matter as long as we do something a little bit different. And he is dual wielding at the moment. So that's the level 16 goal. As far as everything else goes, it's kind of up in the air. I guess we'll find out exactly if I chose poorly as the game progresses. But that will be a thing for futures right now. Let's go to the Expanse map and see what we got. Lord Captain. Raver's voice over the Vox sounds weary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving towards us. Judging by the fact they're not responding to our hails and the telemetry shows a trail. Macro batteries are not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders, prepare for battle at your command. Oh, shoot. Where did they come from? Why haven't you noticed them before? The rubbish of Furibundus, and I'm not talking about those wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, and refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together, and the smaller ships hide behind it to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. Okay. Could this be the work of Kunrad? The silence over the Vox lasts for several seconds. It's possible. He could have hired some scum. Or maybe it's just a pirate who saw the state of our ship and decided to push his luck. Can we evade this combat? Ravor snorts, or perhaps chuckles. I don't think so, Lord Captain. There'd be no reason to. It'll be easier to blast these scum to smithereens than to evade them. We'll warn Footfall we're coming with a few macro salvos. Alright, well, on my order, all stations get ready for void combat. This is gonna be different. Let's see what we got.
We claim victory or die trying.
You have engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surface of planets work quite differently from one another. In space combat, the battlefield is separated into 3 zones marked by various degrees of brightness. You have your acceleration zone, mid-movement zone, and end-movement zone. Ships travel at high speeds even during combat, which is why both your ships and those of your enemies must move a certain distance each round. You can only end your turn once your ship has traversed this minimum required distance upon entering the end of the movement zone. To move the ship, click the left mouse button on any accessible cell in the battlefield. Once you do, you will see a hologram of the ship that will allow you to evaluate the efficiency of future attacks and actions from that position, just as you would in regular combat. Click the left mouse button again to confirm your choice and command the ship to move. Alternately, you can click right mouse button to remove the hologram. Okay. Port, dorsal, and starboard. We have our prow weapons. Weapons can move and attack starting from the next round. A lance weapon. That's directly ahead. Void ship ram. That's a straight line of attack. We have... Restarting shields initiates the process for restarting the shields. The shields will be restored at the start of the flagship's next turn. Rerouting the power to the shield reduces the flagship's speed by -3 and firing range by -2 for its next turn. Okay. I honestly... I kind of want to launch torpedoes, but I don't know if I have to move first.
Rain destruction upon our enemies.
You have fired a torpedo salvo. Torpedoes will appear in the next turn in the priority order. Once their turn begins, you will be able to direct them. Your own torpedoes can pass through the space occupied by your flagship without damaging it. Cool. As soon as torpedoes reach a cell adjacent to an enemy, they explode. Enemy ships can attack your torpedoes and destroy them before they reach their target. One well-placed shot destroys 1 torpedo in a salvo. Good to know. I think broadside might be in order.
Full speed ahead.
Your ship is equipped with an arsenal of weapons with different terms of range of fire and offer you a variety of ways to assault your opponents. The ship can attack with each of its weapons once per turn. Note that these can be fired as the ship moves, as attacking does not end the ship's movement. Oh, so I can do a drive-by. Each of your ship's weapons have a separate attack icon. You can view its firing arc. Select an attack action on the panel on the bottom of the screen to attack an enemy with. Okay.
Unleash a barrage of destruction.
That wasn't really a whole lot. Some ships are protected by shields. To do damage to such an enemy, you must first pierce their shields. 2 shield arrays cover the ship's sides. 1 protects its bow and 1 its stern. When facing an enemy ship equipped with shields, choose your attack of angle wisely and direct your fire at a side where the shields are weak and completely destroyed. Enemy shields recover each round. Good to know. Likewise, we have the same. Do not recover at the start of the next turn. Instead, they can be restored using the restart shields action. Oh. Oh, that's a shame. So we are going to get some return fire here.
Let the macro cannon sing their deadly litany.
That's about all we can do right now. Someone's about to eat a bunch of torpedoes, sir. And to that, I say good. Can't do a hard turn, can we? I could do a swing run. One to 3 turns at random for cooldown on torpedoes.
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
I actually don't want to move forward, but I can't end turn, can I yet? Nope, must reach the final cell. Outside of range on anything else.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates.
Clearly I'm taking hits here, but I can't see my status of my shields.
Send our enemies to the void. I want to hear the macro cannons roar.
Macro cannons out. So how am I supposed to do a drive-by here? Shields restarted.
Full ahead. Let the macro cannon sing their deadly litany.
And that's going to be all we get. Oof. He's gonna hit us again, isn't he? Nope. We're not gonna do that. What do we got here? Shields are restarted. Now do a hard turn. I didn't fire my meso macros.
Unleash a barrage of destruction. Show them
Yeah, I'm done with you.
the fury of our macro cannon. All clear. Congratulations.
So not exactly the best. That's gonna take some getting used to, I think. Enemy attacks can penetrate your shield to damage your ship's hull. The damage remains after the battle is over and must be repaired. Avoid ship management screen to make repairs to your ship. Use scrap to repair your ship and restore its hull integrity. Scrap can be found while exploring star systems collected after certain space battles, or purchased from merchants affiliated with various factions. Some ancient machinery, 32 scrap. Okay. Hull repair. That's all we get for 32. Ooh. That's not good. We certainly want to upgrade our hull. Maybe start looking at weapons here. But the Patient Fortune here is getting experience, so that's a thing. I guess. We didn't find anything else, did we? No. Well then. New system, who's this? Footfall is undoubtedly our end goal, but let's have a look around here. Scan is required. I don't think I have anything in my journal. Full inspections and repairs. That's footfall. Let's have a look and see what's going on around here. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating the priesthood of the Altar Templum, Alex X17 Sanctuary, have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing to access the guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over the sacred sites. Okay, how about the dead world? Breaking news. It is indeed dead. And Drus's Blessing. What are you? Are you a trade ship? Look, Captain, we have the flagship Drus's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct Vox channel. Patching you through. Ooh. Mysterious Thorfast. Okay, the Vox channel clicks, and after a brief pause, a dry, low voice hails you. Greetings, Lord Captain. I'm honored to speak with the rogue trader of House von Valancius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Asterius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? What is your squadron doing out here? We develop supply routes for Chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of the Imperium territory, yet we do not have a fixed, charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contracts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs, and those who are interested in specialized goods. I would like to know more about the merchant fleet's operations in the Cronus Expanse. As if there's plenty of you guys out here, that might be good. For the most part, all the Expanse fleets of different organizations and small flotillas of merchant ships. Uninterrupted communication between worlds is a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity. So even in this dark corner of the Imperium, there are Chartists and ships assigned to the various Adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. Then again, no one is more intimately familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. Never ask where you buy your stuff. I want to look at the catalog of components available for purchase. So, Imperial Navy. Why, hello, weapons and a bunch of shiny bits. Immediately consume. This item provides 50 scrap, and there's 7 of them here. Yoink. Mark 201B auger array. That's a 10% better hit chance, so I'm going to grab that. Jovian pattern class 1 drive. Whoop. You have received new equipment for your ship. To install, open the void ship management screen from the panel on the right. And then double click what you have to put your new toys to work. That's 13 speed. I'm willing to bet everything we have here is going to be better. But this is the same. I wonder if we just grab it and sell it. So if we had 20, we could have got a... No, that's the same lance we have. The Glimmer Pattern Void Shield is a prototype. Provides less points of protection for each sector. However, its amount is doubled against enemy blast attacks. And the Mars Pattern Prowl Battery. I think I want to be friends. I think I want to be friends with the Imperial Navy. But I have nothing that you're looking for. Void pirate trophies. Well, I wonder what we're going to be facing here in space, he says. Well, I better start working on that. Cool. What was it? V? Get that installed. The new auger. Now these are the same, but we have it. We also have 350 scrap. So I'm assuming, and this is going to be quite the assumption. It's 30 for repair. I want to increase hull integrity. Let's do a full repair. Well, let's find out here if it does anything. Okay, so it does match it. Okay, so that's not too bad. 32. That is increasing. We don't like that. The RAM is something that I think is going to be very rarely used. Honestly. Do we get 200 or are we just shy of 200? 182. We do one more for 115 to get 200 hit points. Oh, we won't have very much scrap left over. But seems like it's just used for upgrades and repair. I don't think that's exactly a bad thing. I wonder where this maxes out at. Just shy of 200. Ugh. Looks like it upgrades at 4. Or just because we're out of scrap, I guess we can't do it. Yeah. Just because we're out of scrap. That's right. 2 footfall. Oh, and I did strip Heinrichs of all his gear too, so there's no worry about that one. Your lordship, something sinister is unfolding among the survivors from Owlcat Minoris. Oh. There have already been several cases of evacuated refugees being found either dead or dying. All of them have been blinded using various means. I fear there is reason to believe that they were agents of the cult among the people who came on board. Unleash the blood-spun web. Nearly Anathem will not fully release its hold on those doleful souls just yet. Then let us march and drive it away. Give me a proper report on the refugees. How are they quartered? How are they supervised? The serfs and the planetary wardens were assigned to 2 auxiliary lower decks. The commoners are riled up and frightened by the calamity. So to keep their senselessness in check, we only assign those of sound mind to work and pump sedative gas through the ventilation. The compartment's holding their rest. The venerated Praetor Electroid Dar Impulse, the 6, and his retinue took refuge in one of the engineering bays. Or more accurately, they barricaded themselves in. The wise servants of the Omnissiah are fearful beyond measure that ignorant laypeople might damage or offend the miraculous fusion reactor, so they cloistered themselves in their own personal fortress. I need to know more about the killings. 11 bodies have been found. 11! The first victim had their eyes burned out with a gas torch. The second had acid splashed in their face. The third was found wandering around on their last legs with metal pins sticking out of their eye sockets. They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed and disfigured in similar ways, through blinding. No trace of the killer's identity was found. Begin the interrogations. It will be done, your lordship. I hate when Heinrichs is right. If I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put the enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your lordship until I had the results. Well, now I do. We have already arrested, let's see, 4 perpetrators at the scenes of crimes that had yet to take place. Those are not murderers. They're suicides. Explain yourself, Seneschal. The people we apprehended were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. I'm confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They're haunted by the sight of the dying Owlcat Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture. So the sad wretches would do anything to make the nightmare stop. Oh no. I do not like the this. Sedatives would put them all to sleep and not solve the problem. This is kind of a 50-50. And increasing surveillance. Again, kind of a 50-50. Oh, but this is chaos. Increased surveillance. Assign enforcers to watch the passengers. Certainly, Lord Captain. Except, I am afraid it is not just the refugees. Abelard's voice is grim. 3 out of the 4 people arrested were members of the crew. They watched Rykad Minoris die, and then left their minds scarred. We all bear the mark of that dark catastrophe. For it was the attention of the ruinous powers that branded our very souls. May the God Emperor have mercy on us. You were warned, your lordship. It is regrettable you not listen. Now listen here, Inquisitor. Yeah. Yep. Wait for the completion of the ship's inspection. To the void dock! I think we will take Adira. We want to take Cassia. Let's try out that bounty hunter thing for Adira and see how that goes. Ranged, melee, support. Let's rock it. Let us rock it and see. Don't clap for me. Your lordship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the appropriate obscenience. Oh. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on footfall incognito, and so we were trying to attract as little attention as possible. This is perfectly fine. I'm here on behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladim Takara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. Adira jerks her head, shaking it, and hisses through her teeth. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. Who's coming, Adira? Judging by the voices, there's a lot of them. Angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is in their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronounce? He doesn't get to say the rest.
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome?
The impure cannot escape their fate.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Well, we're starting off nicely, aren't we? New place, new people to kill. We got armored amateur, thugs. Ooh, a stack of 6 for tactical advantage. Very nice. That's a wonderful bonus we're getting. Full cover, please. Abelard, get up there. You got work to do. Same with you, Pascal. In cover, Cabela. Thug, thug, thug. You know, if people want to get nice and close, that's all right by me. Magenta. Let's put you there, and you can go there. Let's mark rear. No line of sight. Okay. Red line. Right there. And midline.
Running binary override.
And that's what we can do. So, I'm actually kind of tempted to use this. I would love to malfunction these guys' weapons. 2 AP left. Shock these guys. That is delicious. And I'm so happy I got it.
Hold on.
Shotgun. Sister Argenta.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You have what is possibly the nicest looking area for a burst fire that I've seen in quite some time.
As the Emperor commands, his blood eradicated.
I cannot blow up the thing. Unfortunate.
Doubt is for the weak.
I hit the low roll and missed the high roll.
Out of my way.
Oh, we got people in the back. How lovely. How incredibly lovely. So I can do this.
Trust me, death is a blessing.
And then I can do this.
The other side awaits.
I could also do... How many stacks do I have? Just the one?
This goes against the tenets. Killing brings me no pleasure. The shadows will see it done. As the tenets demand.
Hi. It's gonna be leaving her out in the open here a bit, but I think she'll be fine.
Look out!
Ooh.
Get to it. Die! Die!
This one?
Okay, you need to go. Abelard needs to do it. What else do we want? Iron Arm.
Will do.
Not really a whole lot of overspill there. Didn't kill anyone, so that was pointless. Yes, stack up.
There is only death, yours or mine.
Why did I not foresee this?
Okay, so we got to get here. Then we got to do engage.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
That lovely lady.
Victory is imminent. Indeed.
And do I do a sweep?
I will do my reduced to dust.
Why not?
The Emperor commands.
And I'm going to need you to tie her up. I have 22 stacks. That says 14 to 19.
I will not be deterred.
And if I do the same thing, that's 25 to 37. With a chance to smoke the two people behind her.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Aww.
Rejoice in service.
Come on, Abelard.
It will be done.
Dang. Well, if she tries to run, I think we have her.
Victory is imminent.
I can't shake that off yet.
I'll do it.
Well, entrench and save your AP.
Let's get to it.
Thought they would have killed her there for a second. Well, hello, everybody.
I shall not. Death is a blessing.
I can run down here and kill you. So I better.
High momentum.
Beautiful. Momentum is up. Oh, she went for the shotgun blast. Very smart. And you shotgun blast as well? Oh! Pushed me off. That will get Abelard. But I might be able to nuke the guys in the back.
Cover me.
I believe Pascal got killed immediately. That almost took out everybody. Ha. And pop goes your head.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
The shivering young servant looks up to you with horror in his eyes. Emperor, protect me! They killed! They killed! Every time. I warn them, and then they all go, Dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? Deer spits on the ground in annoyance. Does this kind of thing happen often around here? Shootings, yes. Attacks on nobles, not very often. Unless it's the Avnvers, they're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Well, we know who they are. Go and report this to the liege. Yes. I'm sorry, your lordship. I'll just go report to the liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. Broken ribs. Strength and toughness reduced by 20. Action points reduced by 1. Ah! Well, aren't we off to a wonderful start? Immediately have to go back to the void ship. Let's have us look around first. What's on you? Wow. Combat shotty's very nice. Nothing overly special. It appears these can be fired in melee. Well, that's certainly something. We'll pick up the rest of our stuff. Well, hello, Ruststalkers. And a bunch of random stuff on the body. Oh, that's good. That's good. Shotgun. More trade items.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Enforcer light carapace. That's about the same as an improved body glove. Interesting indeed. New items? Opticon 22! What say you? The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is a sickly gray hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. That word right there. Initiating. Oh, come on, soul. Read. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative structure part of the Cognizance Fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, and donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors. Glory, success to House von Valancius. A binaric area begins to flow from the scratched box attached to the tech priest's chest. Requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation, Logistar Theta. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of binaric signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows, noticeably lower than Pascal's. What is Logistar? Logisticar Theta. Logisticar Theta. Yes. Under the contractual obligation in question 34.761 Terran cycles ago, the exploratory cognizance fleet received from representatives, authorized units of the von Valancius dynasty, a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalanian void tankers. All things I should know. Yes, should. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment reciprocal offering from the Cognizance fleet can be made to von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, achieved, archived. Confirm your status regarding the acceptance of the payment reciprocal offering. You waited 30 years to pay up? Execution of payment reciprocal offering is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognizance fleet was initiated when the tankers reached the main squadron, 14.905 Terran cycles after the initial transaction. The asset allocation process concluded 2.663 Terran cycles later. Transportation of assets to the Furibunda system took 16.862 Terran cycles. Final delivery of assets to Footfall took 0.331 Terran cycles. Clever. If you had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Imperium, you may never had to pay at all. We would have turned to dust before you made it back there and back. You're saying that my dynasty had extensive business dealings with you. This statement is true. The Cognizance fleet concluded 1,292 contractual obligations with the von Valancius dynasty, as represented, led, administered by the counterparty identified as Theodora von Valancius. The most substantial was Pact 8 Yule, in accordance with which Archmagos Hubus Delphim, data usher of the sevenfold hallowed workshop of the sacred world of Euphrates II, was transferred to the planet Kiava Gamma to perform the duties of Minister as its fabricator censor. The services of such a highly enlightened, enhanced, authorized servant were recompensed via the offering of, paid for with, a 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Kiava Gamma facilities. This is true. In the last couple of decades, Lady Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizance fleet. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch our Kiava Gamma. What payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractums Astra Arator Processing Complexes, in the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance degrees and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which is bestowed upon these complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. Cool. We could take it. You could try and barter. I'm just trying to remember if the Mechanicus would even accept a turn down or a change in the contract. They are very strict. Gifts don't usually work with Mechanicum. I confirm I'm willing to accept the payment. Okay, so this is a mobile extracticum times 2. Mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The Serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and the extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. The request is accepted. The sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. Contractual obligation, Logis Star Theta, is concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House von Valancius for its cooperation. I would like to make a trade deal. Yes. Well. Ooh. Look at that axe. Precise las gun. Will to live for sword. Ooh, power axe. Heavy plasma gun. Ooh, new arc rifle. Bead of concentration. Wearer grants an additional +1 AP for each consecutive turn that the wearer has not moved. Stacks up to 5 times. Very nice. Ooh, deadly repeater. That is indeed a sniper lance. The wielder gains a 30% chance to gain 1 more attack action after a kill. Very nice. Like these. Oh, there's a melter gun. And a Tempestus Carapace. Focus melter gun. 70% armor pen. Very nice. Heavy emergency cutter. Heavy rock saw. Very nice. There's a lot of cool stuff here. And I wants it. Now, granted, I'm not going to be able to get much because I don't really have a very large profit level. Actually, what was the maximum profit level? 70. Holy crap. We got a ways to go. Grab some stims. Deflection gloves. These gloves will allow the wearer to parry melee attacks with a ranged weapon using ballistic skill instead of weapon skill. Interesting. A machine right set. Target designator. Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a deadeye shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection by -1 and applies +1 exploit until the end of combat. Backs up to 3 times. That's going directly onto Soul. Cool. I have to clean up some junk. Because there's a lot of junk in here. The hidden auto-stimulant is nice. But it's not as nice as Theodora's Rosary. And I don't know if the deflection gloves are really going to have much of a home. Yeah, they're interesting, that's for sure. I will give it that much. All right. Well, before we go any further, we are going to definitely go back to the ship and get this patched up. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is kind of a shorter episode, but there are certain things that need to get done, mainly the repair of my internet service. So I'm going to have to cut this episode short. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the episode, by all means, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to support the channel at all, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment on down below. Every little bit does indeed help. In the meantime, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, all.
I'm inbound on your starboard. 7 high tech. Eat this, toaster. Target acquisition is screwed.
Give me manual controls now.